Say it again?
I said my son was in this cradle board as well. He got to be in it too. My daughter was too big. She was a big baby. She couldn't fit in it. But my oldest boy was in it.
So go ahead, tell me about this. Tell me about this ride. What you're running around making me film, but you tell me about it.
I think it's symbolic, but I think it's really powerful because it's a symbol of protecting our borders, protecting our women and our children, and for the women standing up and taking on this ride in this way. We're calling out, we want to make a call out there, and it's time. Again, it's time to gather our strength and our spirits and protect the most sacred. We say that. We say children are sacred. We say women are sacred. Well, now it's time to prove that. So we look to our communities to protect us. Our future. We're the future. The women and children are the future. So this ride we want people to know that it's time. And we know we know what's coming. We know that the corporations support this kind of violence and this kind of rape of the earth and women. We know that the corporations are making a conscious decision. It's not just something that that just happens when you get men together. Not necessarily. So we know what we're up against. So we're asking our people and our water protectors and whoever else. It's time to protect our women and children now. And so we do this ride to bring attention to this issue of violence, this terrible violence of women and children, and of course the earth. So it's time.
What are the numbers like? What are the people say there's a problem. What are the numbers like that people don't know about?
The numbers that we're seeing, because the data is not available. I mean, it's just now coming together. People are just now getting it together, and it's common knowledge that the federal government is not tracking this kind of crime among Indigenous women. So the numbers are rising, and they just keep rising as the gathering starts happening. They're starting to gather, and there's of course a large population of families or women who haven't spoken up yet. So it's already what the statistics that we're hearing now. It's already, I think it's like 85%, somewhere around there, where that's the percentage of the women that are being trafficked are Indigenous.
No, what I heard yesterday was 2 days ago was 40 to 60% of the trafficked women were Indigenous.
40 to 60.
So you can say that because that was from one of the guys who's a national. Is working on that.
So I don't know. I mean, like I said, I'm hearing a lot of different numbers, but on a national level, it's between 40 and 60% of the women trafficked are Indigenous in this country. So it's serious. It's a serious, and most importantly, not only the nation and the people of the world, recognizing this an issue, but our own people. So this ride is a message to our own people, like it's time now. It's time to start thinking, being intelligent, protecting ourselves, protecting our families, our women, and our children. We have to get smart about this, because we're talking about losing a generation of generations. That's generations of our people that we're losing because of this issue. Then this is just one of many of the issues that threaten our future. So, our people need to pay attention now and do something and say something. Don't let your girls go out by themselves. Don't be sending them anywhere by themselves. Run out to the car to get this or that. Not by themselves. And don't travel alone. And bring your nephews, the young men that we have. They need to start paying attention and jumping in with their women relatives when they go anywhere. Unfortunately, we can't be alone anymore. Any women in this country. We're under attack. And so it's time. Our people need to stand up now. So this ride is for that purpose, to bring awareness and Wana Gikta. It's time to get up and do something now. Now is the time. So that's the message we want to send with this ride. Because the man camp that's around in this area, it's going to be ready to go in January next month. And we're already seeing the effects of human trafficking on and around our reservation. And it's only going to get worse. So it's time for us to be vigilant even more.